Hello, my friends on YouTube. This is Thrifty Esmeralda. How are y'all doing? I wanted to take this opportunity to make a video on my first year of selling on Mercari. Yay! I wanted to give a history of how I got into it, and if you're interested, stay watching. I want to thank my friend Valerie. She gave me this tripod for my birthday, and she knew I was having trouble holding it or hanging it, and so thank you, Valerie, so much. So maybe 2-3 years ago, I like crafting. I like looking up videos on doing things, creating things, and I've always liked going to garage sales. And my husband introduced me to estate sales. So at first my thoughts were, why would I want to go inside somebody's house? That's so uncomfortable. But as I've gone more and more, it's really, I think, an opportunity for that person who is gone. Maybe they went into the hospital and can't live in their house. Maybe they've deceased. But for some reason, those things are now just laying there. And if you can come in, get it at a price that you want to pay, and then put it out there in the universe for others to see that it's available, and then they find something that they want, that person who left that things, their stuff is continuing on. So I think estate sales are a great way to recycle things. So I started looking for YouTube videos on crafting, and these videos came up about thrifting. And some of the names I can remember from the beginning were the Bin Pickers, Michelle and Greg, and Nicole State, and Lindy Glenn. I remember those three for sure were showing me how they were selling clothes. So I had been to some thrift outlets here. They're called Family Thrift Outlet. And my sister and I would go and we'd find clothes for ourselves. And sometimes the clothes I bought without measuring didn't fit, but they were good enough that I thought, let me try to resell. So I sold a couple online on Facebook Marketplace, okay? Just 2 or 3, but that gave me the bug to go back and buy clothes for purposefully selling. So I bought all this cute lingerie. Oh yeah, 50 cents each, and people are gonna buy this. And I couldn't sell. I knew they were okay stuff, but why wasn't anybody interested? So I then decided, well, maybe I can sell some of my household items. Well, that was doing better on Marketplace, but I still wasn't selling fast enough. And by then I started watching other videos, Rally Roots, I forget who else, and they were selling online. So that's when I decided I'm gonna do research about how to sell online. I have a full-time job and I like to sleep, and I'm a newlywed, so I like spending time with my husband. So there wasn't that much time for reselling, but I knew that I had the bug. It was around that time that Wade from Wade's Venture started interviewing smaller resellers or not as well-known resellers, and I met Beth from 10 of Hearts at the time, and now she's Reseller Rowboat, and she said she was from Houston and that she had little reselling helped her focus, and I was like, wow, she lives close by, she kind of sounds like me a little bit. So when she said she was gonna do live or videos, live streams, I hopped in and I met her, and I met some other nice people, Rita from California, Scully Star Fashions, and Gina, I forgot your screen name, Gina, and I met Todd, just so many people. Todd is Flipping Hustler. Y'all go buy his merch. I've been using this very well. It's very protective, and I just needed to take it off to put it on the tripod, but if not, my phone is in here. And so the most influential interview that Wade did was with Dominic from Primetime Treasure Hunter. That wasn't his name back then, but that's him now. But when he interviewed him, he talked about estate sales, and never had I heard a YouTuber talk about the fun and the great deals you can find at estate sales. Other people would touch upon it, but Dominic that was his main focus. To me at the time, that's what I felt. So I sought him out. I started watching his videos, all his videos. I tapped into his Facebook group. I asked him some advice and he answered. So that's when I found a scale at a garage sale, and the lady was selling it for $3. It was an Accutech, and it had the cord, and I took it home and I said, this is my sign. This is my sign from God that I'm supposed to start selling online. The thing is, I was kind of afraid of eBay, Amazon, all those big names, Poshmark. So I went with Mercari. I don't know who I listened to, but I just felt like Mercari was for me, like a hobby reseller. And everything was going to be like, labels would be sent to me, and I didn't have to learn the whole, it's easy. I'm going to do another video later on about how wonderful Mercari is. So I did it. I even wrote my notes. On September 17th, 2018, I listed my first few things on Mercari, and within 1 week, I sold my first item, and I think my profit was like $10, $12. It was something pretty good. And after that, I just kept a spreadsheet. I kept buying stuff at estate sales, garage sales, thrift store, wherever. Suddenly coworkers were asking, hey, what do you think you can get for this and that? And so that's where I am now. Okay, so now I'm gonna hold it in my hand because I want to show you my numbers for the past year. And I know everybody says, oh, no, don't measure yourself, don't compare yourself. And even though you say in your videos, now these are my numbers, I'm happy with them. If I hear comments like, that's not worth my time, I won't do that for that profit. You know what? I'm going to delete your comment. This is my video. This is my channel. And I want support. I understand constructive criticism. But if you're going to be a butthead, I'm going to delete you. Okay. So here I have how many things I sold. Remember, I started in mid-September. And in that month, I sold 2 items. Mercari deposited that much. It cost me $1 for those 2 things, because one was given to me. It was a gift. And the other one was mine. I don't even remember. So I made $32 that first month. That's why I said I took off big. Then every month I sold about 17, 16, 11. For that much was deposited. This was my cost of goods, and this was my profit. So coming down to, I stopped it at 1 year. In that first year, I've sold 213 items. The cost of goods was $321. So my total profit for 1 year of part-time hobby reselling is $1,556. So by averaging it per month, that's about $130. And if you take the 213 items I sold, I made about $7.31 per profit per item. And my average cost per item is only $1.51. So I am really small time because I'm afraid to take a lot of money and spend it on something.
The most. Pick up some onions.
Oh, here's my husband interrupting my video. Yes?
I gotta go pick up some onions.
Ah, okay. He's making a nice lunch for us for the Texans game later, and he's gonna go get some onions. Do want to brag about my best return on my investment. I bought a watch for $5 at a garage sale. It's the one where I was sick, and I'm glad I went anyway. I had a toothache, and it was a whole bunch of garage sales in this community. Well, that watch, I wound up selling it and making a $105 profit. Yay! That has been my biggest ROI yet. And then, I don't know if y'all remember, I did find in the trash some cassette tape holders, like display 100 cassettes at one time. I found 5 of them, and when I typed this up on Friday, I had sold 2 of them for $31.50 profit each. Well, you're not going to believe it, but that evening, Friday, I sold the other 3. They just, suddenly people were wanting them, and I sold them, I think, for $31 profit, $31.50 and $31.50. So the good thing about Mercari, When that person receives that item, they have 3 days. So from the date of delivery, they have 3 days to decide if to return it or keep it. If they don't tell you they want it or not, they let the 3 days go by, that's it. It's your money and it's released to you. If for some reason they want to return it, okay, well, then you go through the process. But so far, the first 2, they've been kept and I've gotten great compliments. And these 3, I'm about to pack them up and send them out for Monday. So, oh my God, that's $150 I found in the trash. That's not to mention all the cassettes. I've been saying I was going to show you all my little journal. So for those of you who would like to see in more detail, here is this past week. I have a column for listed and sold. And every day, every time I list, I make a little 1 and a 2. And if I sell more, I just make that square longer for the next day before I make the line. And anytime that I list 3 things at least in one day, I give myself a smiley sticker. And this week's was yellow. Last week's was green. I have 4 different colors. Woohoo! Okay, so this past week, because I spent Sunday taking pictures, I had a bunch of stuff already in my camera, and I just listed on Mercari on the app. It's so easy to do for my phone. It probably takes 2 minutes to list. and so I was able to list and give myself 4 smiley stickers. That is my weekly goal. When I meet my weekly goal, I give myself a big sticker. I met my listing goal. Yay! Oh, by the way, here's the stuff that I got at the estate sale. This, yesterday. Oops, I haven't filled in Saturday yet. And another new thing I've started doing is putting in the profit for that day. No, for that item. And then at the end of the week, I total it. Like last week, I had $57.50 total profit. And that's because I sold one of those Napa Valley cassette tape holders. I'm going to see when did I list it, but it was like a few days. It didn't take that long. Oh, well, I can't find it now. But anyway, that is how I keep my journal now. This is how I used to do my calendar. I used to quadrant it off into 8. I would leave the last one for weekly goals. You see, list 3 to 5 items a day, 4 times a week. And try to source things that are at least going to give me a $10 profit. So I would do like on Sunday, I would write 1 through 5 and circle how many things I listed. And then, little notes on what I did. And then little stickers just to make it cool. Every time I put up a video, I would put it in my little journal. So this is what I used to do. And I just thought, you know what, it's great, like when I'm writing down everything I bought, but I was running out of paper, and I decided to start a new journal that's thinner to carry with me in my purse, and I decided let's go even more compact. So that's what I started doing, this idea. Dominic has a great video, Primetime Treasure Hunter, on words to use when you're describing your things and you want to be honest, but you don't want to use the worst word. For instance, if you have a stain, use the word spot, discoloration, signs of tanning, natural aging, foxing when it's books. Or if you have a rip, call it a tear. If you have damage, call it a scuff or wear or shelf wear. If it's broke, call it not working for parts only. If it's crushed, say dented or has indentations. If it's missing, say not included. If it has a hole, say it's an open seam. So smart. If it smells musty, say it has that old basement smell. Distressed, or it has a factory distress. Isn't that cool? So yesterday we hit up one estate sale and I found these cute little things. Oh, I just love little household decorations. This was a half off day, so everything here was half off. These 2 sets said $4 a pair, and if you'll notice, they're made with hardware. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, this looks like a little like a little ram, I guess. And this looks like a snail. And then this is probably missing something, but it was only $1, so I paid 50 cents. And it's just so pretty. I can always put a gem on top. This, can you believe, is a pencil sharpener. I didn't know what it was, but for $2.50, I said, oh, it's cute. My husband figured out it's a pencil sharpener, and it works. And then this cute grasshopper was $2.50, and he's just so precious. I'm deciding to keep him. I forgot to mention, I want to give what happened in that turtle video. Let me insert it here for the few of you who haven't seen it already. I've blasted it to everybody I know, but in case you haven't seen it, I'm going to put it in right here. Oh, he's angry! Helped him over that curb. Poor turtle couldn't get over the street curb. Thank you! So yesterday, my husband and I were driving, and we live in LaPorte, and we were going down the side streets towards Kima, just to drive around, see if we could find some garage sales, estates. That's where we bumped into the one estate sale. And along the side of the road, we saw a turtle. And a vehicle had just passed on the other lane coming towards us and avoided the turtle. So Ricky stopped the truck. There was nobody behind us. He got off, and I was trying to see, and so I got my camera ready because I was going to take a picture. Well, when I saw Ricky pick it up, I said, oh, maybe I'll take a video. So I prepared my camera for the video, and he comes over to the truck, and I thought he was just going to show me out on the street. You know, here's this turtle. He brings it inside and real close to me, and by that I started the video, and I said, he's mad, get it away, like, you know, and of course I knew I was videoing, so I was trying to keep my voice, but you can still hear it in my voice. I'm scared. And he just laughs and walks across and sends it over in the same direction that the curb. So many people have told me, make sure you made sure that it was going in the same direction. If not, you disorient the turtle. So yeah, he let it go on the other side. And so he gets in, and I told him, it almost bit me. And he said, yeah, I was hoping it would. Dang, he's so mean. He would have laughed, but then he would have been worried. But yeah, he really wanted it to bite me. Ay, ese señor. So I hope you've made it this far into the video. I have like 354 subscribers on YouTube, and I want to thank each and every one of you who watch, who comment. And I want you to tune in to see me grow as a reseller, to be friends online. And if you're ever in the Houston area, let me know. We can do an Instagram together. So yeah, that's me. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to another great year of reselling online. Bye.